Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Learning to read is one thing, but loving to read is a whole different thing. Here to talk about how kids can get involved in this, not just learning to read, but loving to read, is Secretary-Designate Hannah Skandera with New Mexico Public Education Department. Good morning, Secretary. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great.
Good. Thanks for coming in. This past summer, you all launched a New Mexico Reads to Lead website.
That's right.
What was your goal in doing that?
Our goal was to equip parents and members across our community, across our state, with tools on how to help their children learn how to read better, support them at home, get great tips. And you can literally go to our website and you can get a tip for the day on how to help your child every day, what books are right for their grade level.
So it sounds like what you're saying, and I've heard this a lot from you, from teachers, superintendents, anyone who says that like this push to reading really begins at home with parents.
It absolutely does. We know if a child can read by the end of third grade, they're 4 times more likely to graduate. So we want to think of every way to support our early learners to become great readers.
So what do you try to do to get parents? Because I think there are some parents that are in a sective society and they're really great. They're pushing their kids, they're involved in their kids' lives. Particularly here in New Mexico, you look at some of the statistics, they're not very good, and you find that children are in single parent homes, parents are busy, they're not really involved in their lives. So what can we do to make a difference there?
A couple specific things we're doing right now, and I would encourage people to participate. We've got an actual program called Readers Raise the Roof. You can host in your community a pizza dinner, invite parents, grandparents, guardians to come and learn what can they do to support their child at home. So specific tools, and this equips parents. We get to give them a meal and be a part of a community. Secondly, the governor every year gives a book to every single first grader.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that.
It's awesome. I can tell you, I get to go and hand out these books and see little ones in their first grade, they've never had their own book.
Does it make a difference that the governor and the schools actually give them a book and say, you know, this is yours? It's not from the library, or it's not something you're just borrowing from the classroom. This is yours. It's kind of like a new toy.
It's huge. I cannot tell you how many of these little guys then take their crayon, their pen, whatever it may be, and put their name on their book. They get to take it home. They don't have to bring it back. It's something they own. That becomes, kind of a symbol of, hey, this is something I can own, not just as a book, but I can own the possibility of reading.
All right, as you know, the graduation rates here in New Mexico, sometimes not always the best. They get dogged by some of the national media. So if we're able to get kids to read and read well by third grade, which is a big initiative of you and the governor, how much is that going to play a role later on down the road in kids staying in school?
It is huge. I mentioned, and I talk about this a lot, if our students can read by the end of third grade, they are 4 times more likely to graduate. Let me flip that on its head. When we look at our dropouts, 88% of our high school dropouts were unable to read by the end of third grade. It is a pivotal, and why is this so important? Why third grade? What's that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, kindergarten, first, second, and third grade, our little ones are learning how to read. After that, they're reading to learn. So when we send them on to the 4th grade and they can't read, we're not setting them up for success in social studies, history, every other subject.
I was just going to say, so how do they get through those other subjects if they don't read or they don't read very well and they can't comprehend what they're learning in these history books and in their math books and any book?
That is absolutely the question. I can tell you, I got to say this, the governor will be bringing a bill that says let's not send our third graders forward. Let's not. It's called socially promoting them. Let's not socially
She's
promote.
Done it the past couple years in the state legislature.
That's right.
It's failed then. What are the chances of it making it past everybody this year?
Well, I believe it has unbelievable support. You look at the polls, everybody supports it. It's time for our legislature to respond to what people really want for their kids, not what they want in politics.
Okay, and I would say too, like, get kids interested in whatever they want. If they're going to love to read, they're going to have to read about something that interests them. Don't just give them any old book. Let them help them pick them out. I think there's some other tips for parents too.
Yes, find the subjects that get your child excited, and make sure that you're buying books that, whether it's dinosaurs, I loved mysteries, I liked Nancy Drew, that dates me.
Yeah, you loves those. Yeah.
Right. So
whatever it may be,
that's right.
Just read something.
That's right.
Okay, we have more information on our website, including a link to Reads to Lead. You can go to CASA.com. All the information is right there. Real quick before you go, Secretary, what book are you reading right now?
I just finished the book David and Goliath. It's by Malcolm Gladwell. It's awesome. He's written several books that I love. Tipping Point, and it's awesome, so highly recommend it. How do you take and look at life and say, you know what, everybody thinks this is a Goliath, something huge I can't accomplish. How do I be a David and really take an opportunity and turn it into something great?
Okay,
so
I'll put it on my list.
All right.
Secretary
good deal.
of Education Designate Hannah Skandera. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Great to see you. Thank you.
All right, it's 8:20.